This is my review of Dragon Ball Super Episode 79, the third episode of the Universe Survival Arc, and the best one so far, in my opinion. I mean, I was completely shocked by the level of quality I saw in this episode. The fight seemed very even. There wasn't a sure thing of whether or not it was going to be Boo who won or Brazil who won, if I'm saying his name correctly, the Red Wolf. And there's a nod to the lore with Boo getting angry over Hercule getting injured. It really it had most of what I would want. There's emotion, there's action, there's some comedy as well. Um, very much in the mold rather of what was episode 56. It's the episode that ends with Vegeta getting beat up by Black and Zamasu coming down from the sky. That's still my favorite episode of the series, but this one definitely comes in at a close second, um, or maybe third, because the episode right after that was also likable in my view. Now, we had the preview, which told us details of Gohan's impending fight with Lavenda. These new characters, there's so many of them. And I'm worried about a few things off of seeing that. I'm worried that because, and again, this does not subtract from the episode. And I'm about to get back to episode 79 very quickly. Um, but details and just basic things we can surmise from that preview dictate that he'll probably lose because how else are they going to incorporate that third member of that trio if he wins the fight? Now, I don't have a problem with him losing the fight, provided it at least gives him some level of grace. Like if he loses, it has to be after he tries very, very hard, and it's not one sided. Kind of like this fight, which I think really had me on a level of suspense, even in knowing from confirmed material afterward that yes, he is most likely uh, going to win. Boo. I'm speaking of that character because the material that would suggest that he does. Um, but what really got me about this episode was the fact that it just was so well rounded. And as I sit here and think to myself, it's good, I thought about my feelings right after I saw the next episode preview. And so that looks nice too. Oh man, this show's really getting good. But then I thought again, and I had a flashback to what was that, the summer of last year when the Future Trunks arc was 3 to 4 episodes in, and I thought that was going to be good, and then it surprised me with that last batch and went downhill so quickly and so abruptly. Negativity goes both ways. I can go into any one of these arcs with high hopes and be disappointed, or I can go into it negatively and not be disappointed, at least at the start, then have it sink down further as it did these last two arcs. Both the Universe 6 arc and the Future Trunks arc started off just like this one, where it really had me feeling hopeful, optimistic, that it had potential. I think this arc has potential. I'm just learning my lesson from this show and keeping my expectations down here because I'm not going to continue to play this game where, oh yeah, this show's it's gonna get better. This is the arc. This is the one. No, I feel as if I'm in an abusive relationship with this show, where I just keep hoping it gets better and it'll eventually it'll grow on me. I just have to, um, you know, think this is okay and think this is good, even though it wasn't. Retroactively make this 10th rate episode a second rate episode, and it doesn't work. But this episode in of itself is very, very good, and I can look back at those early episodes, those two arcs, and still like them. because I didn't know what I was expecting, what I was going to receive in the end. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm still not optimistic, but please surprise me, Super, by all means.